Do you know, no matter how well someone plans or how many conspiracies they create against someone, no matter how successful they are, an offender's first thought is always to avoid getting caught after committing the crime. But no matter what they do, the truth always comes out one day. There's a line from a movie that says, "No matter how many times evil may win, it is always defeated in the end, but good only needs to win once." In today's case, the police are investigating to solve a case, but unknowingly, they end up uncovering something else. Hello, friends. How are you doing? Today, we are going to talk about the Sati Sahu case. The case begins in the Bilaspur district of Chhattisgarh, in the Sakri police jurisdiction. This story is from the early months of 2023, around January or February. During this time, fake currency notes, that is, counterfeit money, were circulating in the market. If an ordinary person went to a big shop to buy something or went to a bank to deposit money, they would realize that counterfeit notes were being used. The local police were gradually receiving information that fake currency was circulating in the area. The anti-crime and cyber unit of the police began their investigation. They started recovering these fake notes from wherever they received information, sending them for analysis to identify which country's gang or which underworld group was trying to harm the nation's economy. The police had previously seized counterfeit notes circulating by underworld gangs, and by comparing them, they hoped to identify which group was now active. The counterfeit currency was mostly in the form of new 200 and 500 rupee notes. The quality was so high that an average person couldn't tell if the note was real or fake. Only experts could identify them. Shopkeepers and bank employees started providing information, and the police team began investigating. They also activated technical assistance, and it became clear that the counterfeit notes were of a different quality from those made by the underworld or enemy countries. It seemed like a new method was being used. A tip-off came to the police in early March 2023 that a man might be behind the preparation and circulation of these new counterfeit notes. The police started looking into this person and found out that he was a photographer who owned a printing shop. He also dealt in selling CCTV cameras, including their installation and repair. This man had all the skills required to print fake currency, like understanding cameras, photography, and printing techniques. His name was Pawan Singh Thakur. The police started gathering more information about him and placed informants nearby. The police knew that just because someone understood photography didn't necessarily mean he was behind the counterfeit currency, but after further investigation, the police became suspicious. They decided to raid his premises and investigate his house. Pawan Thakur lived in a rented house in the Gitanjali Nagar colony near the Bilaspur railway station in Bilaspur. On the evening of March 5th, 2023, the team arrived at his house to carry out a raid. They had information that he would be at home. When the police arrived, they began searching his house. They found a printing machine, several mobile phones, fake 200 and 500 rupee notes, and a bundle of papers used for printing the notes. The team found a lot of material related to printing fake currency, but they couldn't find a large amount of counterfeit money. They suspected there might be hidden bundles elsewhere in the house and began searching further. During the search, some officers began noticing a strange, faint odor coming from a room near the bathroom. It was a faint smell, but the officers decided to investigate. The officers opened the door to the room, and the stench grew stronger. Inside the room, there was a white water tank, and the officers thought the smell was coming from there. The tank was completely sealed with tape, making it airtight and watertight. When they removed the tape and opened the tank, the stench grew unbearable. Inside, there were several plastic packets, and some were wrapped in polythene and sealed with tape. The officers thought they had finally found bundles of counterfeit money. But when they started opening one of the packets, they were shocked. Inside, there was a human body part. The officers quickly stepped back and called local police for assistance. When the local police arrived, they also began investigating. The forensic team arrived soon after and determined that the body parts belonged to a woman. The body parts were wrapped in plastic and sealed in several layers of tape. Further investigation revealed that small pieces of the woman's body had been found inside a mattress as well. Some parts had been partially burned. The police realized that they had uncovered a horrifying crime while investigating fake currency. The body parts had been hidden for some time. Pawan Singh Thakur was arrested and taken to the police station for questioning. He denied knowing anything about the body parts and claimed that he had no knowledge of the woman's remains. He said that he was just renting the house and didn't know about the other activities taking place there. He doesn't stay at his shop, he stays outside. He spends his entire day at the shop. The police began investigating the landlord's whereabouts and interrogated him. He denied any knowledge about Shao. The police formed several teams to investigate the case. Upon seeing the bodies, it seemed they had been lying here for months. Their condition was very bad, and they were decomposing. Police had already caught Pawan Thakur in the act of printing fake currency. They found pieces of the body at his house, which were months old. There was a faint odor, but Pawan didn't notice it. Even the neighbors didn't sense the bad smell. The police began investigating Pawan Thakur's background, as he seemed to be the prime suspect. Who is this man? How did he start printing fake currency? Where did he get the idea? Where is his actual home? Who lives with him? And so on. Pawan Singh Thakur was from Padlia village in the Taktpur Tehsil of Bilaspur district. After completing his education, he learned photography, printing, and camera repair and opened his own shop. During his photography work, he met Sati Sahu, who was from the Manjali area in Bilaspur district. This was about 10 years ago, around 2012 to 2013. They started interacting, and their conversations grew. Eventually, they decided to marry. They told their respective families about their relationship, but their families were not happy due to their different castes. Society frowned upon intercaste marriages. But Pawan and Sati didn't care about this, especially Sati's family, who were strongly against it. They eventually ran away and got married, settling in a rented house in Bilaspur. Pawan's business was doing okay. Over time, they had 2 children, a 5-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old son by 2023. Their families cut ties with them, and there was little communication. However, after the children were born, relations improved slightly. Occasionally, Sati would visit her home, and Pawan would visit his village to talk to his mother and brother. When the COVID-19 lockdown hit, everything, including the shop, came to a standstill. Pawan didn't have much money left. When the lockdown ended, his shop didn't do well. During this period, Pawan thought of printing fake currency. He researched how to do it online, knowing about printing techniques. He found a special type of paper that was perfect for printing fake currency. He ordered it online and began experimenting at home without his wife's knowledge. When the police interrogated him, they learned that Pawan hid the fake notes among real currency bundles. He would mix a few fake notes in between real ones, making it hard for anyone to detect. Those plastic bags, duct tape, and all these items must have been bought from some shop. The shopkeeper confirmed that all these items were sold by his shop, and the sale was made about 2 months ago. They also recognized Pawan Thakur as the person who had come to buy these items. Pawan Thakur denied everything, but the police had a lot of evidence against him. When the police presented all the evidence in front of him and showed force, he accepted that yes, Sati Sahu had been murdered and that he had committed the murder. This man, who had been wandering around his in-laws' house and village for several days, saying that he would take care of the children because their mother was no more, turned out to be the killer of his wife. During questioning, he confessed that he had run away to marry Sati against everyone's will, even leaving his own house. After the children were born, he became more responsible and immersed himself in work. In his greed for more money, he started printing fake currency. In the midst of all this, he became suspicious that his wife might be having an affair with someone. When he wasn't home, someone would visit her, and she would talk on the phone. He questioned her about this, but Sati denied it, saying that nothing of that sort was happening. However, this led to a rift between the couple, and they began fighting frequently. Pawan even started hitting Sati, and she went to the police to file a complaint. She also informed her family about the abuse. On the evening of January 2023, there was another fight between them. The 2 children were playing outside. According to Pawan, the fight was about the affair, and in anger, he began strangling Sati. Within moments, Sati died. Now, Pawan was in a dilemma. He had acted out of anger, but now he needed to figure out what to do next. An idea struck his mind. He hid Sati's body and went to the market to buy an angle grinder and a tile cutter. He planned to chop her into pieces and burn them. He tried to separate a leg and take it to the roof, but the smell and smoke were so strong that it became difficult to carry on. This area was densely populated, with many houses nearby. If anyone smelled the odor or saw the smoke, suspicion could arise. So, he extinguished the fire. The next morning, he went to the market again to buy a water tank, plastic wrap, duct tape, sellotape, and other items. He then brought the body out, chopped it into several large pieces, wrapped them in plastic, and sealed them with tape. He made sure that the smell would not escape. He put the wrapped pieces into the water tank and sealed it tightly. He planned to dispose of the pieces one by one when the opportunity arose, but he was unable to find a chance for the next 2 months. He told his family that Sati had run away with her lover and left the children at their grandmother's house. The reason for the murder, according to Pawan, was that his wife was having an affair. However, Sati's family rejected this claim. They believed she was not the kind of woman who would leave her children. It was later revealed that Sati had learned about Pawan's illegal activities and was afraid that he might be arrested by the police. She was worried about what would happen to her and the children if that happened. She had been opposing his actions, asking him to stop printing fake currency. Pawan started thinking that Sati might reveal his illegal activities to someone, so he decided to eliminate her. The investigation, which initially focused on the counterfeit notes, ultimately uncovered the pieces of Sati's body. By March 6, 2023, the police had solved the case. Pawan was charged with his wife's murder, destroying evidence, and printing fake currency. He was sent to jail. A man killed his wife to hide his illegal activities and spread a false story that she had run away with her lover. If Pawan had stopped his illegal work and the police had not raided his house, this case might have never come to light. His family had been in the dark for months and believed the false story. We conclude the story here. Let us know in the comments how you liked the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to turn on the bell icon. See you in the next video. Thank you.